Hello everyone, welcome to the clouds. My name is Dray. I struggle with a couple conditions, one being fibromyalgia and the other being a condition called Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome. If you'd like to learn more about those, you can check out my videos up here. But for now, we are going to talk about something a little bit more specific. So let's just get right into it. Roll the intro. So let me start off by telling you that I woke up this morning feeling, how do I say it, almost normal. I wasn't greeted with my usual morning pain, the clicks and cracks and shifts of every slight movement when I move. If you'd like to know more about what I mean by that, that would be explaining my hEDS condition. So if you want to learn about that, check that out. But for now, just understand my joints move when I don't want them to, and they move in ways that they shouldn't. Backing up a bit, yesterday I had physical therapy and things went pretty normal. We were able to spend a majority of the time on my upper body because it is a mess, to be frank. My left shoulder has been dislocated since Monday, and before that, Monday I went to the chiropractor and he had to reset it after it was dislocated since Friday. And it apparently got worse while I was sleeping Sunday night, and that's a whole nother story for another time, so I'll leave it at that. But for now, let me just explain to you that I went to physical therapy yesterday, and the day after physical therapy is usually pretty unproductive. The day after therapy usually consists of what I like to call the therapy hangover, where my body is just very sore and tired from all of the adjustments that he had to do the day before. Going over just a few of the adjustments that he had to do on me yesterday, he had to reset my C2 and my C3 in my neck, which are like the little spinal discs. They were sitting out of place. That causes migraines, headaches, dizziness, and all sorts of complications. So those were out, and explaining a lot of things by knowing that that was out. I also had some rotations in my lower back. I think it was T4 and 5, or L4 and L5. From what he explained to me, that was a lot of the reasons why I was having nerve pain in my inner thighs. And it was like, they were just itchy. And that's how I explained it to him, just in passing. He's like, let's check out your lumbar, and that was on my way out the door. So he just spent 90 minutes on my entire upper body, take an extra little bit to take a look at my lower back, and thank goodness he did, because my lower back was a mess. But my physical therapist went over the usual things, checking my shoulders, my alignment, my neck, all of the things that are usually out. He had to check my ribs. Those have been a problem. My body has just been harboring so much inflammation, and a lot of it can't really be explained. It's just a problem. But fast forwarding now to this morning, I woke up at 5:30 a.m. confused because I felt semi-rested, and in addition to feeling rested, I felt nothing. And when I mean nothing, I mean no pain. I felt the softness of the pillow on my neck, I felt the blankets on my skin, I felt the cushiness of the mattress beneath me, but I didn't feel the usual pains that I wake up with, like the sharp pain in my hip from laying on my side, and the pain in my back from my back being dislocated during the night, because apparently sleeping is a reckless behavior. I didn't have any of that usual pain that I usually wake up with. Scanned my body up and down for the usual pains, and the only thing I could find was some aching in my back. And let me tell you, this was surprising. I was actually a little bit confused, as the rest of my pain was seemingly gone. I really couldn't believe it. For the first several minutes, I thought I was still dreaming. And like, you know those dreams that are really realistic, where like you dream that you got up and that you're getting ready and like you're getting ready for your day, and then all of a sudden you wake up and you realize you're still in bed? Like that kind of dream. It was really realistic, but it's like, this doesn't feel right. Now, still a bit confused, but finally I accepted that it wasn't a dream. I tried not to move that much for the fear of something shifting out of place, as it usually does whenever I try to move. Still in shock that I could still be in a relatively straight line after sleeping, because that never has happened before. But at this time, my husband usually gets up around 5:30 or 6 to start getting ready for work. So he was just waking up as well. I thought in my head, I'm like, I need to take advantage of this somehow because I don't have any pain right now. This is really strange. I need to do something, right? So I asked my husband if he wanted to scoot over to my side and if he wanted to snuggle. Snuggling is something that I've never really been able to do without pain, especially quite uncomfortable pain, since I've known him. Really, snuggling is always something that requires a lot of readjusting and shifting and, do this for a couple of minutes and then I gotta stop because my back is out of place again, and it's not the scenario that I want, As crazy as it sounds, this morning I was able to snuggle with my husband for the very first time without pain. It was a completely different experience. I was able to just be present in the moment and just lay there and be comfortable. I didn't have to think about my shoulder position. I didn't have to think about my back hurting. I didn't have to think about, I better not rotate this here or else this is gonna pop out. I didn't have to think about any of that because I was just comfortable. Is that how normal people live? It blows my mind. When I realized this harrowing fact that I have never been able to be close to my husband without physically hurting and without the distraction of pain, it really did just open my eyes. Now, it didn't make me feel sad for myself, as surprising as that may be to some, but in all honesty, it made me feel sad for my husband. To realize that I have had to build walls and defenses and create distance between myself and my husband to help with my pain, to prevent pain, to cope with my pain, just all of that. It's always about the discomfort. And the fact that I've had to distance myself from him so much really hurt me. To realize that I have been unknowingly isolating myself from someone that I truly love to prevent my pain from getting worse, to protect this completely and utterly delicate body. This thought really broke my heart. Because to see how happy and grateful he was this morning just to be close to me without me saying, ooh, ouch, careful. Just this simple moment for him to just be close to me and to just touch me. I've just really had to protect myself like I'm some porcelain doll. And equivocally, I've had to push him away from me to protect my body. And that makes me really sad. Allowing him over the wall that I usually have to build between myself and the world to protect this incredibly delicate body. And if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I literally cried with joy this morning. Just being given this opportunity to be even temporarily relieved, just to have this moment of almost complete relief after not really even knowing what that is for most of my life. To be given this blessing to be temporarily relieved from this huge distraction of pain. And of course, shortly after getting up out of bed and walking to the bathroom, the pain returned bit by bit, the usual routine. I'm not sharing any of this to complain or to help you see just how impossibly hard my life is, because it's really not terrible. I do better than many people are, but it was just such an incredible experience to go to bed feeling one way and to wake up feeling like a completely different person. To feel like I was in somebody else's body that didn't have this constant responsibility of managing this pain. Being able to have this moment of realization of how much I actually isolate myself and distance myself from people that I love because I'm scared of the pain of being touched and the fear of just this porcelain body being remotely disturbed because its equilibrium is ever so delicate, and as a result trying to control what I can and cope with what I can't. And to be honest, I'm not really sure where to go from here after having the realization that I did this morning of how I've been trying to cope with my pain, and now the pain is back and I feel like I've returned to the same body that I fell asleep in. I'm not quite sure how to change things. But regardless, it did give me the opportunity to experience the difference between who I am with pain and who I am without it. Pain can make people incredibly selfish, and it can make them retreat into their selves and put blinders on them and restrict them from thinking about anything except for their pain and how to make it better. And honestly, I woke up today a different person, and I will end the day being a better person than I ended it yesterday. And that's really the goal. And at the end of it all, I will try to be more conscious and aware of my husband and my family and the sacrifices that they make because of this condition that has seemingly just chosen me as its keeper. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you relate with anything that I have shared with you today, I understand, I hear you. I know it can feel really heavy and hard at times. And whether you are somebody who loves someone who manages chronic pain, or you are someone who manages chronic pain in your day-to-day life, I hope this video has not only helped you realize that you're not alone, but to maybe help open your eyes to the love and kindness and caring that other people bring to you in your life because of this trial that you have been given. And understanding how difficult pain can make the lives of not only the people who deal with it daily, but the people who love the people who deal with it daily. Pain may have chosen you, but you can still choose to be happy, even if you can't choose to be healthy. That's all I wanted to share with you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me again, and I will leave you guys with this as always. Pain may be inevitable, but misery is always optional. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.